Some of the knee-jerk reactions I heard were, initially, the Denver Broncos haven't beaten anybody. They haven't beaten anybody with a winning record, really. They don't look commanding. They don't look dominant. And now they're going to hit the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are just going to put a pasting on them. All right, Earthlings, and more specifically, Broncos Country. Welcome back to the Thundering Dice channel with your boys, the Thundering Dice Brothers. And today is the end of week 12 of the NFL season. The Broncos are in the middle of their bye. They've got 1 week or so remaining before they play the Commanders. And hopefully they've got some good rest, they're healed up, and they're ready and fired up to practice well, because this is where it really matters. We got 6 games left in the season. So tell me, Ian, how we feeling about our 9-2 Broncos?
I'm feeling pretty good on that 9-2. But before we get there, do feel free to like and subscribe to this channel. We do greatly appreciate it. Now, going on to the Broncos. 9-2, that is a beautiful record, and especially to achieve said record against the Kansas City Chiefs. Bronco Country is riding this high. It is quite brilliant. All our players and coaching staff have a week off to recuperate. This is looking good.
Yeah, it is, man. It's good to be a Broncos fan because, you know, we've known it. Bo Nix was going to put it together. The team was going to put it together. We saw what they were capable of at the end of the season last year. So there was no doubt that they could get back to it after a second year. And here we are, finally. 9-2, frauds no more, as if that needed to be proved. Beating the Chiefs, I suppose, does do it. As if beating the Eagles wasn't enough. It is what it is. Patrick Mahomes is the face of the NFL, therefore you gotta beat the best to be the best. And right now, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have historically been the best, at least since 2018, pretty much. So yeah.
Yeah, but that's such a horseshit thing because their fucking record right now is dog shit.
Oh, I know, but
it's so stupid to prove to the national football media that are all hacks anyways and think they actually deserve their title as journalists instead of just being glorified paper pushers. To prove to them that we actually deserve 9-2, we had to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, oh, that is so infuriating, and it happens every freaking time. And like, they are always against us until we just do the like unthinkable and like unspeakable. Everything the Denver Broncos have to do to get good coverage has to be miraculous.
Yeah, it's really frustrating, but you know what? I suppose that's our cross to bear. And as frustrating as it is, it means that this victory, this fuck you, we did it mentality right now is even sweeter.
All the sweeter.
Yeah, because we're just proving everybody wrong. Nick Wright, shout out to my boy Nick Wright, who's always wrong.
I was stunned.
Especially when it comes to the Broncos. Ian, I'm not sure if you caught his little audio bit, but he was confident, so confident in fact, he said that there is no way that the Chiefs were going to lose this game. Coming off the bye week, Andy Reid is 21-4. Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I did listen to it. Yeah,
so, all the crow and all the humble pie. I hope he's being served well.
I was stunned.
The dish is hot. Hot, steaming crow.
Yes.
And we can say this and we can giggle because we've suffered 8 years of, at best, mediocrity, and at worst, just laughably bad, man. Like Vic Fangio, Vance Joseph, I love you so much. Thank you for taking a chance on Denver again as our defensive coordinator. You were going to take us to a Super Bowl, you and Sean Payton. So thank you for coming back. Please don't leave us. Please don't chase a head coaching job until that happens. The Walton Penners are rich. They will pay you. Stay and defend. It'll be great. Anyway, but as head coaches, they were not gonna cut it. You know, Vic Fangio is a better DC than he is a head coach. Wade Phillips is a better DC than a head coach, and Vance Joseph, same deal. So we had some real bad head coaching. We had some laughably bad quarterbacks. You remember Paxton Lynch and his goofy pirate dance? No, you don't want to remember it, but you have to because it's there, burned into your memory. Do you want to remember the statue dragon Joe Flacco for a season? Man, looked so disinterested in being a Bronco. I can't believe it. Russell Wilson.
I was gonna name him at the very end to see like where does Russell Wilson stack in the pecking order between like Tim Tebow and.
Oh man, Tim Tebow at least was fun. I don't know if you remember that season that well, but
Oh no, I remember the fourth quarter comebacks. And like
I remember
Tebow
sitting on the
time
couch
and
with my buddy who was a Chicago fan, and Chicago was up by like a score and a half or something like. And sure enough, fourth quarter happens. Tim Tebow works Tebow time magic, and boom, we pull that out of our hats, and it's a grand old time. That was a lot of fun. That season was great. We won a playoff game. We had Demaryius Thomas catch that pass up the sideline from Tebow for the touchdown to send us to New England to go against the Patriots and get summarily just cactus fucked. But that's a different season. That was still fun as hell. I challenge many Broncos fans to admit that they didn't have fun during that season. So,
but going back to the question though, like how bad was Russell Wilson compared to the rest?
Russell Wilson was an all-time bad mistake that looked great on paper going into the season.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's one of those like, oh god, if we had known, if we had a crystal ball, we all would have run away screaming from that deal. Instead, here we are, the ass end of that contract. He's benched somewhere on the East Coast for some other person whom I forget. That's how forgettable he is right now. Sorry, Russell Wilson, but your career has sputtered. You may have played yourself out of a Hall of Fame career, and you certainly never fit in Denver. As soon as you were brought here, my first thought was, really, dude, he's the same guy who just stomped us in a Super Bowl. It's kind of grody. But you know what? I was a little excited. Okay, I bandwagoned for a minute until I saw the product in the field, until I saw the game in person against the Commanders, and it's just like, this ain't it. But here we are now. Sean Payton season 3, Bo Nix season 2, and we're 9-2. Like, we got the albatross of a contract still hanging around our necks. So terrible mistake, but good coaching, good drafting, good management overcomes a whole lot, doesn't it?
It really does. And then, I mean, like, Hufanga, we just got him this year, right?
That is correct.
Okay, yeah, I was pretty sure it's like that. Because, I mean, like, if you want to just talk about, like good drafting, that, I mean...
Hufanga was not a drafting.
He's just...
We
Oh, no, I'm not adding, I mean, like, I didn't mean to, like, draft. I mean, like, adding to, like, the roster.
Yeah, that's free agent talent acquisition right there.
I mean, like, he is just... I mean, like, I don't want to, like, just single out him completely and say, like, he is the star of the defense. But he is everywhere. I mean, like, wherever the ball is, Hufanga's just going to be there.
Oh, yeah, he's like a ball-seeking missile. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I love just watching him play.
Our defense is so fun to watch now. And I don't think you can have a better situation for a young quarterback to develop because, this lets Bo Nix make mistakes and kind of suck sometimes and still win games. How rare is that? Like, oftentimes good quarterbacks go to the worst team, the dog shit team, and a dog shit team generally doesn't have a good defense. They're just they're ass, right? They're bottom feeders. They're the Browns. Can you imagine how Bo Nix would not be thriving on the Browns? Instead, he drops down a little bit. He gets picked 12th overall, the 6th quarterback off the board. He goes to the Denver Broncos, and he gets the ideal situation. He gets a monster defense, coach who's invested, an offensive line that's been together for a long time, and those all give them the ability to grow and learn and make mistakes and still win games and get better over the season. It's awesome, and I love to see it, and I'm sorry for making any hot take judgments earlier. I never did that, actually. What am I saying? I apologize for nothing.
No, yeah, you were pretty good and faithful.
I apologize for nothing.
Yes, he knows important. But no, yeah, this is a great season for all the naysaying in the overall bull crap people of the media. As a Denver Broncos fan, I mean, like, I never had doubts. Nix's first season, that was really good. I saw a lot of promise. I saw some interesting plays.
Speaking of that, what do we think about Bo's performance against the Chiefs?
We got a complete game from Bo Nix. Do you recall how calm, cool, and collected he was in the pocket?
Yeah.
It was wonderful to see.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, like, especially some of, like, the, the throws that extremely mattered, like, on 3rd and long and stuff like that. I have one in my mind, but I can't tell you what I mean, like, I know it was caught and stuff like that, but yeah. But no, yeah, it was nice to see him calm and collected and being able to, like, throw the ball without moving both feet and just, using one, like that. It was really nice, even though the first 4 scores are just, field goals.
Yeah, there were a couple opportunities there for touchdowns, but it's still the Chiefs. Yeah, their record may be 5-5. They may not be the same Chiefs they were 2-3 years ago. But that doesn't mean that they're still don't have a great defense, a great defensive coordinator, and an all-time head coach in Andy Reid. So
yeah, it was a hard victory.
And everyone always said, here's the thing. Here's the double standard that I love to see, and it's starting to change a little bit. But some of the knee-jerk reactions I heard were initially, the Denver Broncos haven't beaten anybody. They haven't beaten anybody with a winning record, really. They don't look commanding. They don't look dominant. And now they're going to hit the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are just going to put a pasting on them because the Chiefs are healthy, coming off a bye. Andy Reid is 21-4. This is the strength they're going to come at. Tony Romo said in game that Mahomes is locked in. They're going to clutch in, zoned in. It's going to be great. Travis Kelce just set a record for receiving touchdowns by a player for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to win this goddamn game. Oh, wait a second. And then after the game, all that goes out the window. Oh, yeah, the Chiefs are 5-5. And, it's a weird game, and the Denver Broncos always have their number, and the Chiefs really lost this game. The Broncos didn't really win it. Did you catch that wind in the beginning? That was frustrating as hell.
Yeah.
Because goddamn it, no, the Broncos went out there and fucking took it. The Broncos started that game off, methodical drive down the field, put up points, started the game. Second drive of the game, same thing, put up points. Were they touchdowns? No. Could they have been touchdowns? Hell yeah. Do I wish they had been touchdowns? Yeah. So the media wants to have it both ways. They want to have it be like, okay, they're nobody until they beat somebody, or they beat the Chiefs, who are somebody. And no one predicted us to beat the Chiefs except for our boy Adam Rank. Shout out to my boy Adam Rank, who always has our back. And he was pretty close too. The game was 22-19. I think he said 17-19 Broncos. So he wasn't far off. He knew it was going to be a low-scoring game. And it was a low-scoring game, but the Broncos kind of just kept their foot on the gas. I mean, Sean Payton. How about the balls on Sean Payton at the beginning of the second half? He comes down and he's just like, yeah, Chiefs are first half team. Well, we're comfortable where we're at. We're gonna convert some third downs and we're gonna win this. It's like, whoa, yeah. All right, okay, man. And what do? We literally put our money where our mouth was. Bo Nix looked phenomenal. Yeah, he got
fucking trucked. The ref runs into Sean.
Well, okay,
and then
to be fair, this has been clarified to me. He was in the white zone. The white zone is meant to be kept clear for referees. If you stand there, it's your fault. So, all right, it looked like he just got
that might be true, but that ref body checked him. You watch it. He literally leans into his right shoulder.
If that were a player hitting a player out of bounds, it would have been a flag the other way around. It would have been a personal foul for 15 yards. But you can't really penalize the refs, I guess. I mean, like Frank Drebin in The Naked Gun.
No, you absolutely
That'd be
can.
fantastic.
You just got to put me in charge.
Well, I don't know if that would help or harm the integrity of the league, having a benevolent despot in charge who definitely has no Homer ties at all to Denver.
Just because I have ties to the community does not mean I would not administrate the ref calling fair.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, I feel bad for Riley Moss. So bad for Riley Moss. He gets so many penalties, and okay, let's be generous and say he deserves half. Okay?
That's still a
let's say
metric fuck
one
ton that
out
he
of
doesn't
the
deserve
two.
then.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, those pass interference calls. One was just an underthrown ball that the player tries to come back for. He was in position to go for it. He had his head turned around trying to play the ball, and they still threw the flag at it. That was just BS. The second one, fine. There's a little more tugging. I get it. He was beat. And fine, throw the flag on that one. It's really frustrating, but he's going to get beat sometimes. He's the most targeted cornerback in the NFL. At one point, he was actually the best cornerback and allowed the lowest reception percentage in the NFL. But here's what's going to happen. Surtain is going to be coming back after the bye week, and Riley Moss is going to get a bit of a breather. He's still going to be thrown at, but people are going to have to respect, oh, God bless it, the outside corner a little bit more. Chris Abrams' drain has held up as his end of the bargain admirably, but it's going to get better when PS2 comes back. And he'll be healthy coming to the back end of the season. That'll be great to have him back. And Alex Singleton will be back as well. So, one ball smaller and lighter, so he'll be more aerodynamic. So that'll be good. That'll be good for him as well.
Oh, yikes! That's a rough joke. That's a Lance Armstrong joke.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that Singleton would appreciate that. It's really coming out of a place of love. Singleton, I'm really happy that they caught this in the most ironic way possible. A random drug screening. Way to go, I guess.
I mean, I did make the joke that, like, you know, if the Broncos do actually win the Super Bowl, he'll be like, oh, I'll lose a nut, but I gained a ring.
Yeah, right.
So.
Oh, God, that's too funny. That was probably the most consistent game we've seen from the offense, right? The fewest, like, 3-and-outs. I mean, hell, that game against the Raiders before, our punter was out there punting, I don't know, 9, 10 times. It was an absurd number of punts.
Yeah.
This Sunday,
Yeah.
just a couple times.
Yeah. And it was our kicker who was getting everything.
Yeah, he definitely got a workout. 5 field goals plus the game-winning field goal. And how about a fun contrast here? Their kicker made a big mistake, right? Remember that? When they kicked it short of the landing zone, which means we get to automatically start at our 40. We get great field position. Pretty sure we turned that into points.
It was one of those things like I've never seen before happen, or if I have, I've forgotten about it.
I think
it's like it's that type of rare.
Well, it's a pretty new rule. The return zone or whatever it's called, the landing zone, I think is 1 or 2 seasons old. But yeah, most kickers are competent enough not to screw that up. I mean, I've never seen Lutz screw that up. And Lutz, I mean, dude, he's got like ice in his veins. He's the best kicker in the league, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he may not have the flashy number that I set a record, and he hasn't missed many clutch kicks. Like, you know, when he had that field goal block, that wasn't on him. That was a failure of Alex Forsythe there and getting letting the line down the last time we got a block kick against the Chiefs. So well done.
Yeah.
Well done special teams this time. I've had some words to say recently about the special teams. I think I've been on record saying that they're basically good for one big boneheaded play that costs us big every game. And I don't think they made a mistake this game.
We also had Mims back,
Oh my God.
so
Yeah.
let's give praise there.
That made such a big difference. I mean, it was the return game. We were starting. Our field position was so bad last game. Our average starting field position was something like 14 yards, right? Something horrendous like that. And then this game here, I think it was, you know, right around the 30 to 35 yard line, right where you want to get started, right where it's easy to get started at. You know, you don't want to start backed up in your end zone. It's way too dangerous. Safeties abound, etc.
Yeah.
All in all, cannot criticize. And we're going into the bye 9-2. Like, how stoked should we be, right? I mean, super stoked is the answer to that. We should be more stoked about this than we've been about any team since forever. I mean, before, if you want to get stoked about your Broncos, you had to huff a little bit of copium, a little bit of hopium, right? Like, you know, it's Trevor Siemian looked kind of good for a minute, but oh God, he couldn't. He was seeing ghosts. He couldn't stay healthy. He was getting hit a lot. But we were hoping. Then we got people like Case Keenum and Joe Flacco. We were hoping. Russ, we were hoping. But now,
we're believing.
Exactly. Well played. Well played. Broncos Country, thanks so much for tuning in and watching the entirety of this video. Do make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Find us on Reddit, Patreon, etc. And we will catch you next time with more Broncos.
Bort.